So Raymond is asking, I just read the reason why Jesus didn't resurrect John the Baptist. So what was the centurion's servant reason for being resurrected, or Darius's daughter's reason for being resurrected? Makes me feel that God favors people and picks and chooses who he wants to bless more.
All right. Great question, Raymond. And I know this gets to a topic that a lot of people struggle with, right? Why do good people suffer almost, but almost worse than that? Here, John Baptist was such the greatest of prophets, Jesus said, and yet lets him die, doesn't resurrect him. But there's more behind the scenes. And first of all, I say like Psalm 116, verse 15. It says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." So God sees, he notices, it doesn't miss him. But so why is God making a choice though to let his people die? Let's look at 1 Peter 4, starting at verse 12. It says, "Beloved, do not think it strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you." So it's almost like you're going through a fire. You're going to pass through the fire, your experience as a Christian. Don't think it's strange this is going to happen to you. As though some strange thing happened to you. Don't think it's strange. But rejoice to the extent that you partake of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory is revealed, you may also be glad with exceeding joy. So, when God is glorified, you're going to have a lot of joy. If you are reproached for the name of Christ, blessed are you. For the Spirit of glory and of God rests upon you. On their part, he is blasphemed, but on your part, he is glorified. You get that? So when he's blasphemed, but you're standing there and you're not making a scene, but you are in peace, you're in love, you're in a state that you're showing what God's true love and character is like, glorifying God. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, as a thief, as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other people's matters. Yet if anyone suffers as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God in his honor. For the time is come for judgment to begin at the house of God. And if it begins with us, what will be the end of those who do not obey the gospel of God? Now, if the righteous one is scarcely saved, where will the ungodly and the sinner appear? Therefore, let those who suffer according to the will of God commit their souls to him in doing good, as to a faithful creator. So, okay, let's unpack it a little bit. What is being said there? And first, I think we need to go back to me, if you're able. Tina is taking care of an important matter. Right. So we are partakers in Christ's suffering, and remember how Christ was glorified when he was on the cross. Like God, God of love, the powerful God, humbled himself and submitted to the wicked people, let himself be abused, and then laid down his life, showing how terrible sin is. Right? Did Jesus deserve that? Absolutely not. He was perfect, without fault, and yet sinful people wanted to destroy him, wanted to kill him, wanted to torture him. And as Jesus says, if a master's treated one way, do you think his servants will get treated any better? And so we too, if we're truly going to be a Christian, are called to walk the same walk, to be baptized the same baptism as Christ did. And this is not just the baptism of going into the water, but also the baptism of the experience of Christ, of being persecuted. And this is what we are called to experience, because it will glorify God. It will show the difference, the complete division between God's people who are loving and the wicked people who want to kill, want to murder, want to hurt. So really, we need to have the attitude, I think, of like Nathan Hale, who was executed by the British after the American Revolutionary War, or during the American Revolutionary War. And he said this: "I regret I have one life to give to my country." Our attitude should be, we regret that we have just one life on this sinful world to give to God. And can we live our life as completely an offering to let God use our life however he wants, however he deems fit, even if it means to be a part of that distance, showing the gap between God's people and Satan's. When you see someone taking up arms and wanting to kill someone, wanting to put an end to them that way, that is not of God. That is a telltale sign if someone is of Satan. And, if you jump to Revelation and the mark of the mark of the beast is enforced ultimately by, first trying to deny people economic rights, but then ultimately by death decree. But it's done in the name of God. It's done in the name of worship. But these people are so missing God that they don't see it. They don't realize they are actually acting according to the way of the dragon, of Satan, who worked on Cain and murdered his brother. And there's always been this enmity between God's people and Satan since the beginning. And Genesis 3:15, God says, "I will put enmity between you and the woman," the snake and since God's church, God's people. "And between your seed and her seed, he shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." And Satan is making war with the rest of her offspring even to this day, Revelation 12:17. So, and Jesus talks about Luke 11, starting at verse 47. Jesus is talking about the persecution of the prophets through all time. So he says, from the blood, starting at verse 51, from the blood of Abel to the blood of Zechariah, who perished between the altar and the temple. Yes, I say to you, it shall be required of this generation. There will be a time of accountability for those who persecuted, who murdered. Meanwhile, God is glorified by his people who, in love, stand firm in the truth, willing to lay down their life, showing their love to God, and again, this gap between the sin and righteousness. So, hope that is more clear, and hope that encourages you too to think about, what are you willing to do for God? Or are you? Because at the end of the day, what is this life on earth? It's nothing. Because Jesus says, "I am the resurrection and the life." This is John 11:25. "He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die." Do you believe this? That's what Jesus asks. And my question to you is, do you believe this? What is it to lay down your life knowing that God will resurrect us someday? Don't you want to have to go out with the best death possible, in a sense? That will achieve the most good. The blood of Christian is seed. And leave it to God to decide what is the best way for you to go, if that's going to happen. But I think Jesus is coming soon, and many of us today won't have to die at all. So I'm excited for that. Hope you are too. And stand firm in the faith, my friends, because exciting times are coming.